JD, the best fucking podcast in the world. I'm Lloyd.
I'm JD.
What's up? I almost introduced you again for some reason. I don't know. It's like,
what's that?
I was like, here's JD. I almost said that.
Yeah.
Almost introduced you.
Almost.
I've done that before.
I don't recall.
I totally have cut you
There's
off
been
before.
so many podcasts. It's hard for me to remember. It's actually fun. I've gone back a couple times and watched old episodes.
I haven't.
Entertaining. It is entertaining.
I've never done it.
There's some pretty funny stuff in there.
Yeah. No.
If you dig into those podcasts.
I try not to.
You don't want to hear what you've said?
No. Sometimes when I'm at work and we're talking about people putting their life on like social media and stuff, I'm like, it sucks. And then I think about like, fuck, man, I'm all over YouTube.
4 years, every week I've been talking about whatever is going on.
I don't know. I try to ignore the fact that there's videos of me. I don't know. I don't even think about it sometimes, but like sometimes I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Like I think about my daughter, like is going to grow up and like be able to watch these videos of her dad on YouTube, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, but you see, the podcast is more akin to, let's say, talk radio. So it's more like being a radio host than anything else. You know, a lot of people that are listening on iTunes never actually see you.
I know. I get, but sometimes it's just weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not like you're doing the vlog thing and carrying it around and like, this is.
Yeah, you've gone in depth. I remember there was a time when you didn't want to do the vlog.
Well, I've stopped currently. I haven't done a vlog in probably a month.
I told you to do the vlog, and then you went ahead with the vlog, and then the vlog got so intrusive. It was like, now JD is the vlog. The vlog is JD.
Yeah. Well, I like I said, I mean, I go through.
Now I can't game with you without knowing whether we're online or not, and I can't say certain things because there's streams you've had to delete because I'll come online and I'll say something, and there's just no fucking way in hell we could.
I've kind of given up on the game streaming, to be honest. I mean, it would just, I find being turned on and trying to entertain the whole time is just too much.
But it's where you're wrong. It's weird because goddamn, I'm trying to get comfortable here and it's not working for me. Fuck. Some game streamers are turned on all the time, and I find a lot of those are the YouTubers, the guys that record their shit and then they edit it and then they put it out. It's not live streaming. They do live stream sometimes, but most of it is recorded gameplay. They play in like a series of chapters. We're like, hi, today, folks, we're going to do this and build this, and I'm going to show you how to do this, and they do it. And that becomes one episode, and then second episode, and they go through like that. And they're very turned up, and they're very like talking the whole time. But if you watch Twitches, they're fucking boring as shit. I've tuned into some Twitches, and it's like, are you gonna fucking say something soon, motherfucker? I tuned into the Twitch guy the other day playing Dark Souls. Yeah. I'm not fucking kidding you. I watched him eat an orange.
Yeah.
He was sitting there eating a fucking orange. I'm not even kidding you. He wasn't even fucking playing. These guys in the hallway like this, like what they do, when you're not using them. And he's sitting there eating a fucking orange. He wasn't even looking at the camera.
Right.
He was on his phone. He fucking peeing his orange. He had like 200 fucking viewers.
Right.
What are you watching? I only stayed in because I was fucking baffled. I was like, is this modern art? I'm fucking confused.
Well, apparently that's what I've been doing wrong with my no oranges and no cell phone.
And it doesn't make sense to me how they get followers. And it dawned on me, it's just constant.
Yeah.
These guys have zero fucking lives. They have no job. They have no life. They are on. Or one guy was advertising he was doing an 18-hour stream. Even if I didn't have a fucking job, I don't have the fucking time for an 18-hour stream.
No, and you've done some marathon. I've played with you, and you've done, especially like when you were doing art, you've done some marathon gameplay.
Played a lot, but 18 hours is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, coming from you, that for me, it's like I'll play for a couple hours, or on a Friday I'll play for 4 or 5. That's kind of my max. And
I've been on for like 12 hours at least on an arc, but that that's not because I'm advocating. I was just into it, but. These guys, like, it's not like, I can't explain it. I'm like, I tune in to just see some of the games. I just want to see how the games are before I buy them. So I tune in to watch the games, and sometimes they don't even show me the game.
Right.
It's like, play the fucking game, man. I didn't tune in to watch you talk to your viewers about fucking orange peel. Like, fuck off. This is great orange. Yeah, I got this one from, like, he was telling people where he got his orange from and shit. I was like,
it's apparently what I'm doing wrong.
I wanted to log in and just be like, you're a fucking cunt. End it. You know what I mean? I'd rather watch you fucking end it.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
You were watching Dark Souls. That's the bigger complexity to this conversation.
I watch Dark Souls a lot because I'll never play it.
Yeah.
I will never play Dark Souls. I like Dark Souls. I like the storyline. I actually know the storyline of Dark Souls, which most people who play Dark Souls don't even know the storyline of Dark Souls because I've done
Well, because you got to piece it together. Because they don't tell you anything. It's like, here's a
But
box.
I have done the research. I have researched Wikipedia'd. I have gone in and seen people's different versions, and I've read things that the game developers have written. I've gone all the way just because I had to know the storyline because it annoyed me. It annoyed me that someone would make a game that you don't know. I've had this talk with fucking Brett many a time because he loves the game, and I've even got Brett to a point to where he's like, "You're right," because such a good game, so good, such a good concept. But what the fuck is the point? Like, they've made this game that 90% of the viewers don't see the whole game. Yeah. What the fuck? Why? And Brett's one of these guys. You know Brett. Yeah. He'll fucking delve into something. He'll. He loves it. He'll find everything. But even he was like on with me at a time. He's like, yeah, you're right. Because there's things that I've not had fun finding out. Yeah. And it doesn't make sense. You're almost stopping people like me who would enjoy the game, would buy the game, would put hours into the game, enjoy the artwork and everything. But I don't want to because the way they put it together is cuntish. Yeah. It's like this one thing he was showing me. It was like this seed that he picked up. And this seed would do something. It would either like bring you back to life. It did something good. Yeah. But there was no description of the seed. You just had to figure it out. And it was something that he had to watch like 9 videos to figure out. And what's the point? Yeah. But
you know what? In reality, it's kind of like life. You're throwing into life and you're not necessarily
giving... But you're not. Because it's not like life. Because there's things on there that you have to play through the same level over and over again. And you would just never know. Like, you literally have to stumble onto certain things. Yeah. And that's
a lot like life.
It's not, though, because in life, no one ever just fucking stumbles in something unless they're researching that particular thing. Like, even science has progressed through people having an interest in one particular thing, and then they're experimenting with that thing to see what it does in all these different circumstances. That's not like this game. This game's like, you can go and experiment on the same level all fucking day long, and you're still not going to know this fucking exists unless you're a fucking like coder in a game. You know how like games work or something. It's not like life. You have to be like a fucking super nerd to know some of this shit.
But there's a lot of the social stuff, like people leave the bloodlines, which you can read,
which are great. Yeah, okay, I've seen that
kind of stuff.
Like,
so I mean, socially,
guy's gonna fuck you up, basically. Like, but that's as far as it goes with that stuff. Like, I've done a lot of research. Like, as far as it goes with the stuff written on the floors, like round the corner, this guy's gonna hurt you. Avoid this. Avoid that. Obviously, written in different fucking wording because the wording on that game is.
You've only allowed so many words, and yeah.
So, but that's the generalist of it. You should be able to buy a game for $80 and experience the entire fucking game. Yeah. And not have to redo the same boring fucking level. It's like fucking cable TV. You got to watch the same fucking episode 9 times before they play a different episode. It's annoying. Yeah. And none of it makes sense. Like you're piecing together bits of video games and the second game isn't even involved in the storyline. It's fucking stupid. Yeah. Brilliant game, but fuck me, rack your head, you fucking morons. Like,
I enjoy it. I deeply enjoy it.
Yeah, okay, I've heard you guys play, and like you guys saying you enjoy a game to you guys actually enjoying a game, I've heard the difference. Like, I've heard you guys play Call of Duty, which you say you enjoy Call of Duty, but I refuse to play Call of Duty with you guys because it's like playing with someone who's like jerking off with fucking nails in their hand, and they really like jerking off, but they've got nails in their hands. It's like... Just don't jerk off if you've got nails in your hand.
You're obviously describing Matt.
Yeah, and it fucking infuriates me. So it's like, I can't do it anymore. Yeah. A game to me should be thrilling. It should be involving. You should be wanting to play it. Not like, I've got to run through this level 9 times now to get through this secret door that's then going to give me a seed to another secret tree. And if I go to the secret tree and I pray this certain move, but oh wait, you've done all that, but you don't have the certain move. So now you got to go back to level 2 and you got to learn the special move from this woman that they could have told you fucking way back that you need to learn. That to me is too far. Yeah. You've now ruined a game. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying don't have puzzles. I played Tomb Raider. Fucking puzzles are great. But what are you doing? Yeah. You've ruined a game. Ark is the same way. Ark's like life. You go in, what the fuck do I do with narco berries? I think I eat narco berries for a week. Like, what do I keep passing out, man? Eventually you're like, narcotic berries. Yeah. Duh. It even says like, you just have to be logical. Like it even says like in the description, narco berry will knock you the fuck out. And you're like, oh, I'm a fucking retard. I've been eating narco berries. Yeah. But it's just because you're too quick and you're just eating all the berries. Like I gotta eat all the berries because I'm hungry and then I want to go and kill something. That's like life. Now you're working things out. Oh, like I do this and this. And they're like, what would I put in a mortar and pestle? Oh, what can I grind up? Flint. Let's throw flint in there. Now you're testing. Not get to level 13, find out that level 2 you were supposed to learn a move, that now you have to do all these other 9 things that you should have done on level 4. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Now you've taken a brilliant game with amazing artwork and thought out characters and you've told us nothing.
Yeah.
Like some of their characters get me, like they're brilliant. Like you look at them and you're like, oh, I want to know a backstory of this character.
Yeah.
And you will get nothing.
Yeah.
You can look online for years and years and you will get no backstory of that character. No thought out process of why this character was designed. And for me, that's one of my biggest pet peeves in life. Like when someone draws something amazing and it's like this, like I love like creepish, ghoulish things when people draw them and they have like a backstory and like, how did this thing come to be? Why is it so ghoulish? Like, I love that. I love the backstory. It's the whole point. The backstory is the whole point. How did it get to this stage? You get fuck all in Dark Souls. And there's so much cool shit. You're like, oh, how did this guy, why are they walking through this forest? Why do they have big crosses on their back? Why are they giant? Why? Nothing.
Yeah.
You'll never know why. And that to me is like, you've missed the mark. You had it. It was there. You had all this cool shit that I so want to be a part of, but then you've just told me nothing. And even when I research it, I find nothing. And it's like, people are like, oh, I think they're like this. I don't give a fuck what you think, motherfucker. I want to know.
Yeah.
And the not knowing for me, you know me, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Not knowing drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So that game missed the mark for me.
Yeah. And for me, it was perfect because, a lot of the stuff that frustrates you, I think is
Yeah, but I
great.
heard you guys play when you're like, fuck, now I died and lost all my shit. And you guys had to go back and get all your shit and fucking go back through the level.
Well,
it wasn't
that's the
fun
thing.
all the time.
I
And
will
you
say
couldn't
this.
play alone.
Yeah.
There were certain missions you couldn't even play alone.
Yeah.
They've gone too far with it.
The thing is it does something for video games that I think video games has kind of lost. There's a lot of games that you will play now. It's a foregone conclusion. I'm just going to walk through the story and do whatever.
And I'm totally agreeing with you.
But
they
I'm
missed
win.
the mark.
Yeah. This one, it's not like that. And a lot of the stuff, like when you miss stuff on level 2 when you're in level 14, a lot of times you go back to level 2 and you're like, why was this so hard?
It doesn't matter. I shouldn't have to go back to level 2.
Yeah.
It's tell me in level 2, you might need this, or give me an option. Make it like there's ways to make things playable without telling the whole story.
Yeah.
And many of games do it. There are other games like Dark Souls that they've mastered that, but don't have the same visuals that Dark Souls have. The visuals for Dark Souls are phenomenal.
Yeah.
But there's no rhyme or reason for them, and that makes the game bogus.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it. It's just
But
like
you
walk around the corner and you just like bite off way more than you can chew.
But I heard you play, and there's times where the game was too frustrating to even play. I heard that.
Oh, yeah. No.
And that's not a good game.
I won't disagree with that. There were certain times that we got stuck. It's like, okay, we just have to take a break because we're getting frustrated.
There's times you couldn't play alone.
Yeah.
And games like that, I feel, have gone too far. You've missed the mark. You've done something. Well, I know what you're saying you enjoy, but there was times where it's too far.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to take a break. You shouldn't have to fucking... You shouldn't feel like that unless they're telling you this is an infuriating puzzle game. Like there's literally a game called...
They've pretty much told people that. It's like, you won't finish this game.
Then don't make it so beautiful. And don't make it...
Don't make it so nice and appealing.
No, but that's an honest argument.
Yeah.
Why did you have guys spend hours drawing magnificent shit if everyone can't enjoy it? To me, it's... They've made a joke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I was just going to say, because they probably like fucking with you.
No, but I've looked up the reason that they've done certain things, and a lot of things have actually been added into the game afterwards because they've made mistakes.
Yeah.
They've made the game too hard.
Yeah.
And they realize this. They've had to add things in afterwards. I've done a lot of research on Dark Souls, so I can argue all day long. And I've argued all day long with Brett, and everything Brett throws at me, I throw right back. Like I've looked at like some of the designer's shit. They're like, there's things that they intended that didn't come out of that game.
Yeah.
Because they made it stupid. Like the very endings are fucking stupid. To the last game, it's fucking retarded. Yeah. The ending, for how amazing the game is, the ending's like, are you fucking serious? Like seriously? This is what you came up with? Like fucking honestly? Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. It's like they spent so much time on the first 2 levels by like the 9th level, like fuck it. The last boss is fucking lame.
Yeah. It's,
the last Ember.
It's like a lot of video games in history, like Pac-Man.
The last Ember.
Yeah. Pac-Man was never supposed to ever kind of be beat.
But we're talking about games that don't even touch on the artistry that Dark Souls touches on.
Yeah.
We're talking about hundreds of thousands of hours of artists putting their time, their blood, their sweat, their tears into building some of these phenomenal maps, phenomenal creatures, and then they just blew it up with this stupid fucking storyline that makes zero fucking sense. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. It's a great game. You should play it.
No, I've watched too much Dark Souls to play it.
Yeah.
And, I get the general consensus of Dark Souls, but, the artwork is what I was in it for, and finding out why these creatures existed. And there's so many better things they could have done with the game, in my opinion. I get why you like it. You walk around a corner and you just don't know what to expect. You're going to could get blown out the water. Some bosses you could be on for fucking 8 hours.
Yeah.
That's what I dislike about it.
Yeah.
I think it's stupid. There's a limit.
Yeah.
Make something hard, but not too hard.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider's always been fucking right on the cusp, and it's such a good game because they got those puzzles, and you could spend fucking 4 hours sometimes in a room, and you're like, why?
Yeah.
But it's not. There's always a storyline that keeps you gripped, that keeps you. You get some in Dark Souls, and you don't even know why you're fighting this guy.
Yeah.
I said to Brett, because I watched Brett play. Brett would Twitch it,
Yeah.
and I would watch. Just so I was playing, but I didn't have to deal with all the bullshit. And I get to rooms where like, who is this guy? Why are you fighting him? Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea who this guy is. I have no idea why I'm fighting him. And wouldn't it make it so much better if you knew who the fuck this guy was and why he was ghoulish and why he was ghoulish and just a little,
Yeah.
Some
of it.
Yeah, it would. So they missed the mark for me.
Yeah.
If you're going to spend hundreds of thousands of hours building such a beautiful fucking game, then spend another 100,000 hours making a storyline.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was just an easy way to be like, you may never know the storyline because there isn't a storyline, faggot. Fuck you. That's stupid, in my opinion. And they've cut their nose off despite their face at that point. They've been like, we made this amazing game.
Yeah. But it works. It works for me.
Doesn't work.
It absolutely works for me.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, absolutely works.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't for you, but...
Argue how it works.
Yeah. For me, it does.
How?
As a player, I just enjoy playing the game. I enjoy the fact that I don't know. You have to figure stuff out.
What do you know, though? I probably know more than you. What do you know about the game?
Well, you probably do, because I've gone
sad. You've beat the game. That's sad.
I haven't beat the game, though.
But you've gotten close. You were doing the expansion pack, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I am in the expansion pack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit that you don't know what you're playing at this point. That's laughable. You've only said I enjoy the game because it has surprises in it.
Yeah.
I'll give you 9 other games that you can play that have surprises in them where you're working out the storyline. You go, Dead Space, phenomenal fucking game.
Yeah, Dead Space
1
also a
through
good
3.
game. Yeah.
You're the whole time you're trying to piece together this fucking storyline and while running from monsters.
Yeah.
It's fucking fantastic. Done.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that.
Yeah.
You still don't know what you're playing.
Yeah. Still enjoy it.
I can wrap up fucking Dark Souls in probably like 5 minutes, the same way I wrapped up fucking Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. I'm sure you can.
You want to know?
No. like I said, I mean, I'm playing. I'm at a point again where I'm stuck. So, and I mean, again, part of the thing is it has real consequences. You walk around with 100,000 souls, and you can lose it just like that, and then you just cry for a little bit, and then you have to go and do it again.
Oh, how fun! Stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. He's just wired different, man. Just wired different.
No, you just refuse to admit that the games can go too far sometimes. Like, we're agreeing on that's fun. Yeah. I agree that hard games are fun. I don't ever want to walk through a game and be like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this. I play Ark, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
They don't tell you shit. But they've gone too far. They've made a beautiful storyline and they've not backed it up.
Yeah.
If they made a beautiful movie that was just fantastic with amazing actors and they paid millions of dollars for it, but no one spoke the entire time, you had no idea what the fuck was going on, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
And that's what they've done. And I feel like you're refusing to admit that because...
But you got to remember that I played video games that never had a storyline.
You're basing it on gameplay. Yeah. You're basing it on the fact that you enjoy going in a room and fucking up and having a really hard boss. Yeah. That's not what I'm basing this off. Yeah. I'm saying in that case, okay, you've hit it then. But if that's all you wanted to hit, then why spend the time and effort?
Yeah.
Because you could have spent half the money and made a game just like that. So my argument is, why not? That game missed the mark. Because the mark they hit was, okay, you go in a room, it's hard, you don't know what's coming, great.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make a successful game.
Yeah. But again, this game resonates with a lot of people.
because they think it's hard and they want to be the best. Like the only thing that when I did my research, you find a lot of people that like do run throughs. They'll run through the game, and it's basically like, how good am I? I don't get hurt. Look at the build that I made. It's all what you're saying. You're still not basing it on a whole game. And neither are these guys that love the game. You're basing it off of the gameplay still, and so are they. They're basing it off the hardness of it. And when I speak to Brett, that's what I get from Brett. He likes how hard it is. Yeah. To beat a level gives him something like, I just beat a hard game. Yeah. Which I get. I'm there with you guys. That's interesting. Yeah. But I'm too annoyed by the fact that you have this beautiful aspect going on that you haven't elaborated on. Yeah. You could have done both. Why didn't you? Yeah. It makes no sense. And they just give you the answer as, we left it to the fans to make up the storyline. That's a cop-out.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree that the storyline doesn't make any sense, right?
It does when you've done as much research as I have, but why should you have to research as much as I have? Because I've researched so much, I don't even want to play the game. And like, to me, that's where they miss a mark, because I could be a diehard fan. Yeah. I could be one of those guys, but I'm not, because I'm not going to read into your bullshit. I'm not going to read into you being like, the fans make the story. Oh, do they? All right. Why don't you just why don't they books just have blank fucking pages and a fucking front cover and be like, you make the story. Yeah. Well, I don't want to write a fucking story. All right. I want you to write the story, and I want to read your story. And I'm fine if it's hard as fuck. I'm fine if I go in a room 9 fucking times. Like even, what's that other game? The where you're like part of the Dark Horsemen. It's kind of cartoony, but I'm really
Darksiders.
Something like that. Yeah. I played those. They're hard as fuck. If you put the level up on hard and you play, it's fucking hard as shit. You have to beat a boss. It's kind of like Dark Souls. You got to learn all their moves. Yeah. You got to jump at the right time, and I love it. Yeah, I love it. But Dark Souls missed it for me because that's all they've got.
There you go.
And I think you're missing what I'm trying to say, because you're thinking I'm saying it's a shit game, don't play it. I'm not. I'm just saying they fucking missed it. They made this.
You're just saying that you wanted a story and they don't have a story.
I wanted a story that the fans didn't have to make up themselves.
Which is fair.
Because I bought your fucking game, man, and I'm really into these characters, and you could have had such a good storyline. Yeah. It's just annoying.
There you go. Well, that's all we have time for this week.
We've had 2 rants, last 2 episodes.
There you go.
We're doing good.
It's good.
I'm Lloyd.
I'm JD.
Peace.
See ya.